G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to a very different yet very special video on the channel. It is currently 12:48 AM in Australia. I'm up, I've got my cup of coffee, and I am so ready because it is time for the FIFA 21 career mode trailer. Dead set, it's been a little while since we have been given a trailer, which has me very excited for what is potentially in store. But if you guys are keen for what is in store, I mean right now you're like me where we don't really know what's happening at this point, but if you are keen to see what FIFA 21 is like, especially in career mode, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We are on the grind towards 400,000 subscribers, and still, over 90% of you watching the video right now are not subscribed, so help a brother out. But yeah, there's 10 minutes to go until the trailer releases. Well, now 9 minutes, so I'm gonna wait around and join you guys when we watch this trailer live. Then after the trailer, we are going to go ahead and review the pitch notes, which are going to hopefully be released. But yeah, hopefully it is a positive sign and it's the year of career mode. That's what I'm hoping for. I'll see you guys in 9 minutes. Also, I should mention to you guys, normally today is the day where I upload my weekly rebuild. I'm 100% uploading that, but that is going up tomorrow. So set your alarms for 6 PM tomorrow. That is when we will be uploading this week's rebuild, and it could be the best rebuild we have ever made. Trust me. Here we go, lads. 60 seconds to go. I've got the power of King Mitro himself. Give us good luck, my friend. Come on. Come on, it's 1 AM. What's the go? What's the go? Here we go, lads. Oh, 2-minute countdown. Come on, that's the bloody tease. Lads, I'm hopeful as we're a minute away from it all starting. I'm hopeful that this is the start of what is going to be a fantastic year. Not only for career mode, but for the channel as well. This is the first glimpse we are getting into FIFA 21. Is it going to be the start of a new era? I certainly hope so. I don't know why, but I feel like ridiculously nervous right now. I don't normally get nervous when I'm making videos. I've got that sort of nerves where you're like about to step up in front of a class, or you're about to ask out your crush on a date. Like that sort of weird nerves. And I don't know why. Maybe just because I don't want this game mode that I love to be effed over again, to be screwed up so badly again. FIFA 21 career mode. Zidane.
Manage every moment in FIFA 21.
Okay.
New interactive match sim, more control over training and developing your squad, and more ways to sign players on the transfer market.
Okay, I see you. Interactive match sim.
Ready for a whole new way to play out your career?
Need to listen to this.
The brand new interactive match sim gives you full control when simming matches. Jump in and out of the action.
Good.
Decide to change the course of the game.
Good.
Or
I like that.
key moments to dominate the moments that matter. Keep an eye on match stats and player performance levels, and make subs or tactical changes on the fly.
Okay.
Outcome of the match.
I'm a huge fan of that. I mean, it's something that should have been added into the game a long time ago, but
Puts you in charge of your squad's development.
I'll get more into deep in a little bit later. Just got to keep listening.
Fullbacks into wingers and goal-scoring midfielders into false nines with new position training.
Right, okay.
And new development plans give you control over each player's growth to help you build your squad's attributes to match your style of play.
So more customization, never a bad thing. Again, I'm taking everything with a grain of salt, but so far I like what I see.
And train multiple players at the same time with a new activity management system. Choose when to rest and when to train throughout the week as you balance your players' morale and fitness with match sharpness. A new stat that shows you how likely players are to perform at
not another thing to manage.
training sessions, monitor your players' progression, and find that sweet spot with fitness and morale to keep your team firing on all cylinders.
Okay, we'll see how much of an impact that plays. I mean, we know how big morale was this year for career mode, so whether that's going to be a do a big thing.
New options give you more ways to transfer players and a more realistic transfer market.
Good.
For 21.
Loan to buy. Good.
Loan to buy deals and negotiate player swap offers with other managers to bolster your squad each transfer.
Wasn't that already in FIFA? Player swaps weren't. Player swaps always in FIFA? How's that a new feature? Maybe if it's the AI will do that for you, but I'm confused how that's a new feature. I need to read into the pitch notes though.
And marking logic makes opposition defenses harder to break down. And at the other end of the pitch, more intelligent attackers have a stronger understanding.
Okay, that's not a career mode feature. That's a gameplay feature.
From game to game.
Still good, but that's a CPU feature that's probably going to be across all game modes, like Volta and squad battles and that. But okay. So that was it. Right, okay, that was it. I expected a little bit more, I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely waiting now for these pitch notes to be released because some things, good things, initial thoughts, some hectic things like that ability to jump into a game. NBA 2K have been doing it for years here. NBA 2K have been doing it for years. And that's been a feature that I've loved, where you watch the live simulation and you can pause it and jump straight into it. The fact that it's taken until FIFA 21 for that to come into FIFA career mode is a bit of an indication on how everything's going. I mean, that's been in 2K for as long as I can remember. But you know what? It's in the game now. That's a big plus for me. These ability to change player positions, to train players in different positions could be an unbelievable game changer. It could be absolutely brilliant. The rest of them don't really blow me away. Not really over the moon about those. I mean, I'm going to hold my judgment for the moment, but I definitely want to see these pitch notes. Okay, here we go. The pitch notes have come out. So, interactive match sim. Oh, let's click on this and see. All right, interactive match. Oh, shit. All right, there's a lot there. That was not all in the trailer. Okay. Let's have a gander. Interactive match simulation. I'm just trying to find some keywords. So, you can instantly jump in or out, which is what I was just talking to you about. That is a very, very good improvement. It's all just kind of match changes during the match. That is great. It's from a tactical point. That is going to give you so much more control as a manager. And I know for a fact that in rebuilds, that is going to be absolutely brilliant to have watched, because we know that in the rebuilds, the simulation is such a big part of it. And I guess that also means now that it doesn't automatically go straight to full time. There's now that option where you watch the full 90 through, which is something that they took out of FIFA this year, which pissed me and a lot of people off. Fitness, player ratings, match stats, game plan, those don't really mean anything to me besides the fitness. The fitness is only part that matters to me in terms of making substitutions. I mean, nothing crazy there. Just the ability to jump in and out is great though. It also features audio commentary and stadium atmosphere. Is it going to be in real time? It must be. If it's going to be in real time, then no, see, that seems fast. I don't know. I don't know what speed they're going to have it in. I need to see this in person, but I feel like having commentary is going to be a little bit silly. Hopefully you can change the speed of it all, but we'll have a look. New match launcher, yep, so you can either jump into the game, you can simulate it like normal, or you can simulate it with the new interactive match sim, or you can quickly simulate it. Alright, nothing crazy there. Player development, now this is what I want to see. So, let's have a look at the little dot points here. Okay, sorry, I see XP as well. Player growth is determined, nice spelling, is determined through XP accumulation based on how well they do in matches. So there is an XP attribute this year. There's an XP aspect to the game. I'm assuming that that is related to certain players. So let's say, for example, they've got Mbappe up here. Mbappe, if he has a great game, is going to get loads of XP, and it's going to relate to his performances on the field and not his teammates and not the team as a whole. So you could have a team that is absolutely killing it, but you could have someone lagging behind. They're probably not going to get as much XP. That is brilliant. So, I'm just scanning here. So, you don't have to waste XP. That's good. You can design it and you can put it towards exactly what you want. That is good. That's the way it should be. Just a little GIF here. So, you can actually change the type of player that he is. So, balanced, target man, poacher, mobile striker, complete striker. That is brilliant to see. A nice little change to have players suit your play style. Player position conversion. This is something that they showed, like with Trent Alexander-Arnold, to have him bolting up the wings. I'd be interested whether you can turn a centre-back into a striker or vice versa. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's definitely a neat little feature. The new active training. Now, my thing with all of this is whether it really changes the mode and really adds another level to the mode, or whether it just becomes mundane. Because, I mean, you look at morale now. Yes, it changes the mode, and it changes the outcome of your career, but it is so easy to dictate. Like, there's just a set amount of answers, set amount of questions, and you know exactly what each icon means, and it's just to kind of, like, you hit that and you do that. Like, it's nothing really crazy now that we're 10 months into the game, but this new active training could change a lot. The sharpness, again, is it going to be easily moved around like morale was this year? I do not know, but training days and all that stuff is going to make sure that you can keep the team fit. It's just another thing to manage, which is always a good thing, making it more realistic. The training drills are more challenging and require more skill to obtain a high grade. That's good. Makes it more of a difficult thing to do. I'm just trying to scroll here for keywords that really gain my interest. Here we go. The sharpness. The ranges from 0 to 100. Sharpness at 50 means the player is at average sharpness. Ooh. They will not receive a boost, nor will they incur penalties. So, that's something that's open up for me. Here we go. So, when you are at a highest sharpness, it means you will get a boost in attributes, almost like an attribute card in Ultimate Team, which, I mean, makes sense considering there's form in career mode. So, let's look at a striker. For example, when their sharpness is 100, here's an example of some of the attribute boosts. Positioning +4, finishing +5, ball control +3, shot power +3. So, virtually, if you can continually have a player being sharp, they're going to be absolutely cranked up, which, again, it keeps coming back to this. How easy is it going to be able to make players sharp? Like morale, it is so easy to make players very happy. Are you going to be able to keep your players sharp 24/7 and virtually have an insane side where, let's say you're playing as a middle strength team, like, let's say, a Fulham or a Leeds, recently promoted side. If you can get your players consistently in sharp, are you just going to be able to walk the league? Are you going to be able to have a team that's virtually competing for European football? I don't know. These are all things that are probably going to be answered with time. As you can see here with the 0, it virtually goes the other way, so you got to manage that a lot. The team schedule planning. You can now set 3 distinct types of activities daily, each with their own clearly defined role. Training day, as covered in the active training session, this is focused on improving match sharpness at the cost of fitness and morale. Fitness consumption is directly tied to training day activities, while morale, well, no player enjoys not having any days off. Yep, okay, so recovery day and rest day. So you're just going to have to manage them. It's just going to be something that you're going to have to, it's, again, I think I've said this a billion times in this video, but are these features going to become dull and boring after a month or two? I don't know. How much effect are they going to have? That's still to be told. But if they can have a big effect and really make you focus on them, that's a huge plus in my eyes. New transfer options and improvements. Okay, this might give a little bit more insight into what I was confused about before. Loan to buy. Instead of making risky transfers, you can now loan the player you desire first with the option to make the transfers permanent when or if they live up to your expectations. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm up when I'm normally asleep. Maybe I'm having short-term memory loss. But I swear you've always had the option to loan to buy. I swear that's been an option in the past. I could just be having things planted in my mind, but I feel like that's always been a feature in the game. AI player swap proposals. While player swaps were introduced to career mode a while back, you might have noticed that AI was still preparing old-fashioned cash-only transfers. Okay, so in the background, there could be player swaps. That's a nice little feature, nothing game-changing, but still a nice little feature. Contract renewal improvements. We've given the AI-controlled clubs the ability to perform contract renewals based on the player's rank in the clubs. So you will usually not see the top players in a club become free agents. Okay, so it's going to make pre-contract deals a little bit more difficult. That's always a good thing. It sometimes becomes unrealistic when 5 of the top 10 players in the world are all off contract and available for free deals in a window. That's good. Additional improvements. Onboarding. What is this? We are constantly adding features to the game. It's becoming more important. Teaching players the purpose of each system. Okay, sweet. Gun. Standard interfaces. Yep, sweet. Nothing crazy there. We redesigned the way press conference answers impact the whole team. Okay, so they've kind of changed that. Established youth academy. I see the word youth academy and I get excited. When you take on the manager of a club, you no longer have to start setting up a youth academy by yourself. The club will already have a youth scout hired and a number of players already recruited into the youth academy. The number varies based on the importance of the youth development rating, and there's also a chance that one of those players is going to have the potential to become one of the world's best. I don't know if I want that easy option straight up. Imagine if you take over like a League 2 side and you've already got a ridiculously good player in your youth academy. I like the fact that the scouts are already hired because every club has scouts already hired, but I don't want the friggin' youth academy filled already. That just seems too easy. I don't like this. They've taken out the homegrown talent thing. Virtually, if you pre-order the game, you get a youth academy weapon player, a homegrown talent. Don't talk to me about that. You can do financial takeover in the menu setup. Sweet, 500 million. I mean, hopefully you can toggle that on and off. Negotiation strictness. Some people always enjoy the fact that we let you build a star-studded team without any limits, but for others, this might feel like breaking authenticity or immersion. Cool. Okay, cool. You can change I love that. I love that you can change the difficulty and the strictness of negotiations. That is really, really cool. That is just another little feature added which I like. We changed the player retirement logic to trigger only if the player is in the final year of their current contract. We've also changed the age at which players... Okay, close to 40. Cool. More realistic. Fixed an issue with player personality and emotion for youth and regen players that had improper personality. Okay, I don't really know what that's about. They've made the board objectives more clear. That's a nice little feature. All right, loan and transfer negotiations. We identified and fixed some features. Let's see. Here are some elements which can factor into negotiations. If the player has negotiated a release clause, if the club has negotiated another offer for the player, if the player is a free agent, if the offer is coming from a club in the same country where the player is playing at. So these are all real dot points that are going to change the way on whether a player is going to accept a contract, I believe. So that's a nice little changement. The broadcast improvements, not too really bothered about them, just small little things. So those are all of the changes for career mode this year. That is a very long list. Again, I feel like I've had a lot of skepticism in this video. Like I said at the start, I take everything that happens with career mode nowadays and FIFA in general with a grain of salt. We've been stuffed over too much lately in terms of being promised the world and not being delivered with it. But if EA can deliver and improve upon what they have set out in these pitch notes, I think we're in for a great year of career mode. Lads, I'm very interested to hear your opinions. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below letting me know what you think about these potential improvements and the changes to career mode for FIFA 21. I will have our next rebuild up tomorrow around this time in about 26 hours from now or 25. I actually don't know where I'm posting this, but new rebuild tomorrow. It's been JarradHD here. I'm out. Peace.